Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Elder Scrolls Online video with me, Sherman. Today we're going to be talking about basic build set farming. It's something I haven't done in a while, and I think it's time to bring it back. So, basically what it is farming for a general set to get you started once you hit CP 160, or to help you get started in your adventuring career even. I get asked a lot, what's the best ways to farm a set? And so we're going to go over that. First, we're going to take a look at the map here. I am in the Gold Coast. It's not where I would suggest farming a set unless you want a specific set. So depending on the set you're looking for, you're basically going to want to farm the most basic set possible. I usually farm out a blue set of gear for just to get initially started, because it's a lot easier to get blue. And if you can't find a blue piece from a drop, you can always go buy it from a vendor or a guild trader, and they're really cheap, and you can throw together a set pretty easily. Now this kind of a build is a build to get you initially into normal dungeons, vet dungeons. I wouldn't say trials, because trials do require a little bit better gear because you want the higher stat values, but you can run normal trials with blue gear. You can do that. So what I would suggest doing though is find the set you're looking for. I use ESO Wiki to look at the different sets. I find the set I'm looking for the world drops. I don't look for dungeon drops, I just look for the world drop sets. And then I will go to that area, that location. Let's say I want to get Swamp Raider. This is a medium armor set. It drops here in Shadowfen Swamp. And I'll go here and I will farm the dolmens for the jewelry, and then I will farm the boot and belts from a delve. And this way I can get the initial build going. Then what I'll do is I'll ask somebody, or I will craft it myself, another 5-piece set that correlates really well with the set I'm going for. So I will have somebody craft me another set equal to that one. And with a medium set, you don't get a heavy, or a light piece. So what I do is I get a heavy and light piece crafted into the set, the 5-piece set. Usually what I'll do is I'll have them craft the leggings, or the leggings is light, the gloves is light, the chest is heavy. Always the chest is heavy, so that way I get the most benefit out of the armor. I'm not really concerned about the look of my character at this point. I'm just more concerned about surviving dungeons and stuff. So I get them to craft me the set I want. I put it all together and make it work to the intent of what I'm trying to design it for. Like if I'm playing a tank, I want to go for more of a tanky build. Let's say if I wanted to make a tank and I wanted to get plague doctors as a set, I would go here, I'd farm the dolmens for the jewelry. It wouldn't matter to me if it was blue or purple, but as long as it was one of the two, I'd be happy, because as you can see right here, I do have some plague doctors in blue and purple, and this gives me 924 health, this gives me 902 health, and as you can see here, it also gives me less in the set bonus in health and stuff, but it's not enough. When you're running multiple purple pieces, it'll actually compensate and kick up the other piece to fit in at that. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and equip this and this, and we'll go ahead and drag this over, and you'll see here now, like, I'm still getting 1014. I'm not getting the 1027, but I'm getting 1014 maximum health with 5721 maximum health on top of that, and my health didn't change too much here. But I'm going to go back to this and put this back on, because this is the set I prefer to wear. And as you'll see, again, it didn't change enough of my character to really hurt them, except for my magic recovery. It changed a little bit, and then my health recovery changed a little bit. So, or my max health changed a little bit. And it's not enough to hurt your character. So always look at the kind of build you're going for and build around that. So if you're going to play tank, now what I would do is that, like I said, I'd farm out the boots and belt, and that would be heavy. So what I'd want to do is I'd want to go the gloves light and the legs medium. And then I'd have heavy, 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 and heavy here. The reason why I would do that is so that way I'd get the most benefit out of all the pieces and their resistances and stuff, and then I'd get the most benefit out of these two items as well, because they would give me that one piece that I need for the Undaunted bonus when I got it. Now, I wouldn't be rushing to get my Undaunted bonus normally, so I would just start running dungeons normally after that, but the build will work, because the blue items aren't going to do enough to hurt your character. They're gonna offset your character by a little margin. So when you farm sets, always start with the dolmens and then move on to something else. Now, if you're farming something like Rothgar and you're looking for the jewelry, it's gonna be really hard to get the jewelry and the set from a place like Rothgar or Craglorn, Morrowind, the Imperial City, the Hughesbane, and of course where I'm at in Gold Coast. Those areas don't have dolmens, so you have to farm the jewelry from chests, or you have to farm the jewelry from something else. The easiest way to get those jewelry items, honestly, is just go buy them from a guild trader. And you can go to any guild trader most of the time, and a lot of people sell a mix of jewelry, so you can usually pick up jewelry for around 100 to 200 gold for a simple build. Now, a lot of the times I don't do just simple, I don't do basic builds. I actually go for a little bit more advanced builds, and I will go for purple jewelry. But purple jewelry can tend to be a little bit more pricier, so we're going to go run up to this person and just check and see if they have any apparel. So we're going to look at the jewelry here. You set it to apparel, set it to accessories, and then superior 160, and then depending on the kind of accessory you want and the trait, arcane, healthy, ornate, or robust, you would pick from there. Now, I would either go for arcane, healthy, or robust. I would never touch ornate because that just sells for more. So that's the thing. Now, let's say I wanted to put together, like I said, the Plague Doctors. Here's a ring for or a necklace for 150. Let's see if we can find a ring. So they don't have any of the rings, but if I were to look for the rings, they would probably be about the same. You know, it'd be pretty cheap, and I could put together a set pretty easily then for the blue gear. And this would give me an initial start to where I could start running dungeons on normal and vet mode. And this is what you're trying to do, is you're trying to put together a build that'll work in the normal and vet mode dungeons and possibly normal trials. So blue gear will work for that until you can get purple gear. Farming out the purple gear once you have your build done is a lot easier then. So you have your character build, you can start running those dungeons and stuff to get that other stuff. And then if you're looking for other pieces, let's say heavy armor, you're looking for a belt, let's say, don't set it to superior, set it to any quality. Do your oops, get rid of that, no. Do your search, and then you can look through here and see if they're selling one. You know, let's say, oh, well, they have a Shulk spell here, it's heavy armor, it's got an pin on it, I don't want pin, I want it in something else. Now you have to go shopping around, because with armor you do have to shop around a little bit more than you do with jewelry. And I'm actually in a smaller town, so I'm not in a major city where you're going to definitely be able to buy this stuff. But also remember this, when you're shopping around for gear through guild traders, shop every guild trader you can. Find the one that has the items at the lowest prices and buy from there. And don't worry about affecting the economy, because you're just trying to put together a basic build. You're not trying to put together a major build. And even if you are putting together a major build that you're wanting to do, like a more advanced build or something like that, I would still suggest shopping around at the different guild traders. You can also use TTC, which is a great program to where you can look up prices online, and you can compare the prices all over the game. And it tells you when the item was listed. It'll tell you how much time it's been listed for, and you can go check and see if they still have the item for sale. And if it's there, you can buy it. So that's what I use, is TTC. The website. I don't use the add-on because I don't like it. I don't like the amount of resources that a lot of these add-ons can use on my computer, and it does affect my recording, so that's why I only run 3. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, if you want to run add-ons and stuff, that's cool. I'm all for it. But I choose not to run add-ons because I don't need all that information most of the time, because it's not hard for me to calculate the information by looking at the screen. Yeah, so we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, farm your sets in a basic build first, and then when you want to move up to a more advanced build, then go farm it out in purple. If you're going to run for gear out of a dungeon, remember the bosses in dungeons only drop the rings and necklaces on the final boss, unless it's a named necklace or ring. Then it has a chance of dropping off of certain specific bosses, and you have to farm, you know, that dungeon a lot to get a full set of gear. Usually to run a full set of jewelry on through a dungeon and the specific pieces you're looking for can take anywhere between, I will just on average, just saying, 8 to 20 runs to get a full set. Unless you luck out on the first 5 runs, and then you can get a full set. The best thing to do if you're farming a set of gear though from a dungeon, get a group of friends together, go farm the dungeon on normal, get it in blue, then farm it on vet to get it in purple, or farm it on until you can get, you know, a full set. But it's easy to farm a dungeon on normal mode. It's a lot easier than it is to farm it on vet mode. Farm it on to get the blue stuff, then farm it on vet to get the purple, like jewelry, because you can always upgrade the blue gear to the quality you want, and then you can always farm out the purple jewelry on vet mode. I usually farm it out in blue, then I switch it over as I progress through the vet modes of the dungeons. So also, if you're looking for specific sets, items, remember this: dolmens drop the jewelry only. In these maps, will only drop jewelry. The delves drops boots and belts. The world bosses drop chests and helms, and I want to say weapons. And then the public dungeons drop the legs and gloves, along with shoulders. I think legs, gloves, and shoulders can drop in public dungeons along with a weapon. So you can do that for farming out that stuff. I'm not 100% on the world boss and the dungeon thing, because I farm them so much I don't even notice what they drop anymore. I just farm, so I don't care. I just farm what I need. Most of the time I just go for the boots and belts. It's the easiest thing to get. And then farm dolmens. If the place doesn't have a dolmen though, you're going to have to farm chests, world bosses, delves, everything pretty much to get jewelry, because you have a chance of getting the jewelry from world bosses. You have a chance of getting jewelry from the chests, a greater chance of getting them from world bosses and chests than you do anything else. So I would suggest doing that, or going to a guild trader and just buying it if you're farming in an area, a specific set in an area that doesn't have dolmens. If you're farming Morrowind, I'm going to show you guys a neat little location down here in the bottom corner. And I'm going to show you guys this because I run Chessmaster 9000, so I see all the chests in the area. And this is what I do. I just make a loop. I start with this chest, and I make a loop down this way. And I hit all these chests. And I go up, and I hit this one. And then what I do is I just make my way around, and I just go in a circle. And usually by the time I get done with 3 or 4 runs of this chest circle, I can usually have 5, 6 pieces of mixed gear and jewelry. If I do this enough, I can, like in a few hours, I can have enough items from here that I can literally put together a set. So it's really hard to get a master chest though from this for some reason. I don't know why this land is so like gimped on master chests, but it is. But yeah, I would suggest doing that. Just do this farm rotation here, down here in this corner. It's one that I've been using for about 2-3 weeks now. Just farming this out. It was like a week after launch I started using Chessmaster 9000, and I found these specific chests, and I have them memorized, so I don't even need the Chessmaster anymore. But I just farm these out. I teleport here, I run over here, grab these 2, move down, grab these 2, move over, grab these like 5 or 6 or whatever, then I grab these 2, and then I work my way around on the road. You can run up into this area here, by the way, without going around this way and going up. There is a way to climb the mountains, and you can get up over it and get to this chest, and then you can go down this way and come around, and there's a path literally that leads right through here. To those 2 chests. And then when you get over here, you just come off, you come around, You just come down and grab all these chests here. And it's real simple. So if you're looking to farm Morrowind stuff, that is the best way I have found to farm it, is farming jewelry is that. If you want to farm the public dungeons, they're not bad. They're just a lot bigger than any of the other normal dungeons, so it takes a long time to farm the public dungeons. If you're going to farm the world bosses, I would suggest getting a group of 4 friends and farming between these two. These two are the easiest ones to farm because they have way shrines right next to them. This one does have a way shrine right here that you can ride to. You can just ride right into it. But this boss is a challenge because it summons a ton of ads. And this boss over here, the ghost boss, is not too bad if you have a good group of friends doing it and you're farming it on a daily basis. But these two right here, this one and this one, are super easy. You just teleport here, run over, kill this one, teleport to here, kill this one, and then run back to here, teleport back to here, and then kill this one, and then teleport straight from the boss to here. And you can usually keep this rotation going pretty well between those ones. And I've easily done this countless times, so just showing you guys. But in Morrowind, to get a full set of gear, you do have to do the delve, you have to do the chest farm, you do have to do world bosses, and you have to do the public dungeons. Same thing with Hrothgar, same thing with Craglorn, same thing with Gold Coast and Hughesbane. You have to do those kind of farms. It's kind of horrible. If you guys are looking to farm the starter islands for training gear now, you can just farm the chests around the island. I use Kilnarthy's Roost because it's the easiest one. You can use the one here in Stros Mackay. It's not too bad. I don't have any of the chests unlocked except for one showing here, but this one has a really good chest run too, and so does Becknith or whatever down over here. This one has a good chest run for it. I don't really like farming Bleak Rock for training gear or the Balfoyan because the chests are so like spread out and everything. Like if you look here, I've got most of these chests mapped. I do have a lot more. I do know where there's more chests than what you're seeing here. There is way more. In fact, there's probably 3 chests along here. There's 2 or 3 in this area. There's like 2 back in here. There's 1 over here. There's a whole bunch actually like throughout the map. But I just don't like farming that area. I prefer Kilnarthy's Roost because it's just a big circle you go in. But that's pretty much it for farming gear sets for a basic build, or even if you want to make a main build or whatever, you can do this as well. If you guys are interested in farming out Plague Doctors and Green Pact, like here in Grotwood, the Green Pact stuff, when it comes to dolmen farming, it's kind of a pain, but what you do is you start at this one, go over here, do this dolmen, don't run back, teleport here, run up to here, do this dolmen, run back, teleport from here to here, run over, do this dolmen, and then teleport here from the dolmen. Just teleport here and then run over and do this dolmen. It's the easiest thing to do because by the time you get done riding from here to here and doing this thing, you know, like teleporting, literally teleporting from here to here, and then riding here, doing this one, riding back, and then teleporting up here and riding here, and then teleporting to this one, the cost is going to be back to 146 gold. So don't worry about the cost of teleporting. It's not going to hurt you to lose 146 gold. You're going to be getting 146 gold just from doing the dolmen itself. So, and just farm it. It's really easy to get Green Pact, and if you're looking to get Plague Doctors, the same thing. You start with this dolmen, farm it, run here, teleport from here to this dolmen, run here, kill this thing, you know, come back to this dolmen, teleport to here, right up, do this dolmen. When you're finished with this dolmen, automatically teleport to this one, and then just start the rotation over again until you get the jewelry you need for Plague Doctors. And it's really easy. You can usually get a purple set of Plague Doctors in a couple hours of running. If you don't like farming, you can always go buy it from a guild trader. It's going to be expensive as heck, though. So that's it for set farming and basic build farming. If you're looking for world drop set builds, it's like I said, it's really easy to do. If there's specific sets you want to farm, like I know a lot of people like have been wanting to run the sun set from here in stone falls. This is one where it's really hard to farm because the dolmens are so far from the way shrines that you really have to just focus on 2. And usually what I do is I farm this one here, and then I way shrine over here. I ride to this one, farm this one, and then go back and ride over, farm this one, go back to here, and I just teleport right from the dolmen to here, run over, do this one, way shrine to here, run up, do this one, way shrine back over here. And you can ride back here and then way shrine if you want. It saves you a little bit of gold, but honestly, if you want to get the sunset, that's the best way to get the jewelry for it. If you want specific items, I would just get the boots and belt, and I would just get it from any dolmen. It does, or any delve, it doesn't matter. Choose a delve, go do it, farm it until you get the boots and belts in the traits you want. It's really easy. When I farmed out my set here recently, I just recently farmed out a set here in East March, or yeah, in East March. Not East March, Rift. I farmed out the ice set. I don't remember what it's called, but it's an ice set here, and Ismir set. I went and I farmed this dolmen. I went from this way shrine. I traveled here, farmed the dolmen. I went from here to here, farmed this dolmen, and then I way shrine to here, farmed this dolmen, rode back, and then teleported to this way shrine, rode over here, did this dolmen, teleported from here to here, did this dolmen, and then just way shrine. I just kept way shrining, and by the time you get done with the dolmen, the cost of the way shrine is still 146 gold. And with all the items you're going to pick up and everything, you'll have gold left over from the items that you sell to make the difference back in what you lost in way shrining. So that's a really good way to farm this. And then what I did was I went to, which delve did I do? I think I did this delve. No, I didn't. I did this delve. I just went here after I got done with getting my last piece of jewelry. I went here and I just farmed this until I got the boots and belt, and was like, okay, I'm good. And that's what I did. So, but that's pretty much it for this build video, guys. I do want to thank everyone for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. We greatly appreciate it. If you want to see more videos by me, you can hit that subscribe button. I do plan on doing a lot more guide videos here soon, along with some more build videos. You're just going to have to give me some time. I'm probably going to need a week to get back into the routine of farming so I can get my gear, supplies, all that kind of stuff, materials, so I can bring out some more builds. I do have a lot of really cool builds to come, so yeah. But that's pretty much it. Other than that, again, I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and I will see you all later. Bye.